Hello everyone, Miss Poonam this side. I am here to continue chapter 3 of class 12 biology, human reproduction. And in today's class we will be discussing about the gametogenesis. Gametogenesis means the formation of gametes. We know that male and female both produce the gamete that involve in the fertilization process. So for the same gamete, the formation of that gametes is called gametogenesis. In males, there is a production of sperm, so that is called the spermatogenesis, and in female, there is a formation of egg or ovum, that's called the oogenesis. Here we can see the difference between spermatogenesis and oogenesis. First of all, if we'll talk about the location, the sperms are produced in the testes in male and eggs are produced in ovaries in female. Spermatogenesis undergo the meiotic division and oogenesis undergo unequal division of cytoplasm, means cytokinesis. And spermatogenesis, the germline epithelium is involved in the gamete production, but in oogenesis, the germline epithelium is not involved in the gamete production. In spermatogenesis, there will be the production of 4 sperms from each spermatogonium, but in oogenesis, there will be production of 1 ovum from the primary oocyte, and there will be the production of 2 to 3 polar bodies. And the size of sperms will be smaller than the spermatocyte, but the size of ova will be larger than the oocyte. If we talk about the timing, the spermatogenesis is uninterrupted process, but oogenesis is arrested in stage. And spermatogenesis begins at the puberty, and oogenesis begins at the fetus, means prenatal stage only. And release of the sperms will be continuous throughout the life, but the release of egg will be monthly according to the menstruation cycle. It depends, is it 28 to 30 or 32 days. Spermatogenesis will be not end, it will be continue lifelong, but it reduce with the age. As the aging factor will be increased, it will decrease. Spermatogenesis will be decrease, and oogenesis will be terminate with the menopause, means when the menstruation cycle will be stopped, that time the oogenesis will be terminated. Here we will talk about the spermatogenesis. Sperm in testes, immature and male germ cells are produced, that's called the spermatogonia, and these spermatogonia produce sperms by the process of spermatogenesis, and this process begin at the puberty in male. And the spermatogonia present at the inner side of semiferous tubules that will multiply by mitotic division, and by the mitotic division it will increase in number. And each spermatogonium contain 46 chromosome, or you can say that 23 pair of chromosomes. Spermatogonia forms spermatocyte, and that further will undergo meiotic division to produce secondary spermatocyte, and that will be haploid, or you can say that it will contain the 23 chromosome. Here we can see in the diagram, the spermatogenesis basically it consists of 3 phases. And these 3 phases are, first one will be multiplication phase, secondary will be growth phase, and third will be maturation phase. So you can see in the diagram, the first primordial cell, it will undergo the multiplication form. Here it consists of 2 set of chromosome, or you can say that the primordial cell is the diploid. First, it will undergo the mitosis 1, and it will produce the 2 cells, and further both the cells again undergo the mitosis process and produce the 4 cells, 4 spermatogonium, and each of that spermatogonium will undergo the meiosis process. But here we will be focusing only one spermatogonium. We will talk in this according to the structure. We will take example of only one spermatogonium. This spermatogonium will undergo the growth phase, And during the growth phase, it will accumulate the food and increase its size. And it will produce the primary spermatocyte, and this primary spermatocyte will be diploid. And this primary spermatocyte again undergo the meiosis phase 1, and we know that meiosis is the reduction cell division. So here it will result in the half of the chromosome. So again this primary spermatocyte, it will undergo the meiosis 2 phase and will produce the secondary spermatocyte, and each of that spermatocyte will convert into the sperm. So here you can see if the one spermatogonium will produce the 4 sperms. So if we will take the calculation of all 4 spermatogonium, if 4 spermatogonium were present, so total 16 sperms will be produced from the spermatogonium, and this process is called as the spermogenesis. And the produced sperms, the sperm's head part will be remain embedded in the Sertoli cell, and these will be released from the seminiferous tubule by the process of spermiation. Now just have a look on the hormonal control of spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis initiated due to the increased secretion of gonadotrophin hormone, and this gonadotrophin hormone is released by the hypothalamus, and from the hypothalamus there is a pituitary gland that releases the gonadotrophin hormone. Increase in gonadotrophin hormone, it will act on the interior pituitary and it stimulate the secretion of 2 gonadotrophin hormone, and that is LH and FSH. LH will act on the Leydig cells and stimulate them to secrete the androgen hormone, whereas follicle stimulating hormone act on the Sertoli cell and stimulate the secretion of some factor which help in the spermiogenesis. Now just have a look on the structure and parts of the sperm cell. Sperm is a microscopic structure and it is basically composed of 4 main parts: head part, neck part, a middle piece and the tail. The sperm head contains the elongated haploid nucleus. You can see in the diagram, anterior portion of which is covered by a cap-like structure that is called the acrosome, and middle piece consists of the mitochondrial part, and that give energies to sperm to move throughout the male reproductive system and enter into the female reproductive tract. Tail, it acts as a flagellum which makes sperm to move easily. Actually, these sperms are produced as a fluid that is called the semen, and a human male ejaculate about 200 to 300 million sperm during a coitus. The semen, the seminal plasma along with the sperm constitutes the semen. The main function of the male secondary ducts and glands are maintained by the androgen hormone. Now moving to the oogenesis, it is bit different from the spermatogenesis. What is the oogenesis? The process of formation of mature female gamete is called the oogenesis. It started during the embryonic development stage when the millions of oogonia, or you can say the gamete mother cells, are formed in each fetal ovary. The gamete mother cells start division and enter into the prophase 1 of meiotic division, and then it will get temporarily arrested at that stage called the primary oocyte. Each primary oocyte gets surrounded by a layer of granulation cell that protect these oocytes, and it is called the primary follicles. So at puberty time, there will be 60,000 to 80,000 primary follicles are left in each of the ovary, and primary follicle gets surrounded by the more layers of granulation cells, that's called the secondary follicle. They transform into the tertiary follicle that contains fluid filled called the antrum. The tertiary follicles further change into the mature follicle called the Graafian follicle, which rupture to release the secondary oocyte, or you can say the ovum, from the ovary by the process of ovulation. So you can understand this topic by the picture given over here. Oogenesis. in oogenesis, the primordial cells first will undergo the mitosis 1 and it produce the 2 oogonium, and further it will undergo the mitosis 2 and will produce the 4 oogonium. That's called the multiplication phase, and further each of this oogonium undergo the growth phase. We will talk about the single oogonium over here. One oogonium undergo the growth phase. What will happen here? This oogonium will accumulate the food, it will increase its height, and it will act as a primary oocyte, and this primary oocyte will undergo the meiosis phase 1. Here what will happen? As in the spermatogenesis, there was the production of 4 spermatogonia, but here it will not similar. Here is the difference. Here after the meiosis 1, one secondary oocyte will be produced and 2 to 3 polar bodies will be produced. And what is the function of these polar bodies? It will help to maintain the ovum cytoplasm. Here what will happen? The karyokinesis will be equal, means there will be the equal division of the genetic material DNA, but there will be the unequal cytokinesis. Okay, so this secondary oocyte will be haploid, and again it will undergo the meiosis phase 2 and will produce the 4 oogonium, or you can say the ovum, and this process is called the oogenesis. So here what is the basic difference between spermatogenesis and oogenesis? In spermatogenesis there will be the production of 16 sperms, but in oogenesis there will be the production of 4 ovum from a secondary oocyte. So with that we have done with the gametogenesis. Hope you understood the concept. If any query, can let me know. So see you in the next class. Till then, take care of yourself and thank you so much.